What you got going on? I don't know. I feel like somebody's stepping into a new timeline. Let's see. Yes, impossible things. Working through disbelief. Imaginative leaps. Fresh perspective. I knew it. I said, I feel like somebody is. So what you got going on? Somebody's stepping into a new timeline. Quantum leaping. I want to be a queen. Stating your sobriety, declaring freedom, passing a test, follow your own good advice, trusting yourself, knowing what is best for you. I love this. Somebody has now realized that you were your own. You were in your own way. That's the best way I can put it. Especially with this do not drink poison at the bottom of the deck. Do not do things that you know are bad for you. Somebody realized that they were in their own way, but I feel like now you're like, I'm done being in my own way, right? I'm going to take these imaginative leaps. Somebody's imagination is very, very significant here. You're a creative visionary. Your different ideas. You allowing your inner child to come out and play. You working through your disbelief and realizing that, wow, the only reason why I didn't believe that these things were true or possible is because everyone else around me told me that these dreams weren't possible, or that you know that's make believe. But whoever you are always meant to walk like the magic that you are. Like I just heard, do you believe in magic? You are magic itself. And you have always been called to do things the complete opposite way that everyone else said that you had to do it, or the things that you believed in. Even like as little kids when they're like, my son just graduated from pre-K 4, and a little girl said when she grows up she wants to be Elsa. And my auntie looked over at me and she was like, you see how she said she wants to be Elsa? Right now, how they tell her like that's possible and they allow her to dream big. As she gets older, they'll start to tell her that like that's not real. You can't be Elsa. You can't be this. You can't be that. But you, in fact, can be Elsa when you grow up. You know what I mean? You can be a princess when you grow up. If you ended up wanting to work at Disney World and get to dress up as Elsa every day to make other children's dreams come true, you can quite literally be that. Like whatever it is that you dreamt about being as a child, Spirit is saying you can be that. I've always known that I was going to be a superstar. I've always known that I was going to be known all around the world. I've always known that I was going to be that girl with the high heels and the fashionista and always have her nails done. And I, in fact, am that virgin. I'm becoming that version of myself every day, but it wasn't until I truly believed in myself, right? Exactly. Especially with this, I want to be a queen, right? I just always knew I was a queen, but growing up, it was so many different projections and just so many different insecurities that got projected onto me that it made me stop believing in myself, right? And it made me feel like the things that I wanted was impossible, or, no, that's not really me, or, just doubting myself. But Spirit is saying like, we're working through our disbelief. We're taking imaginative leaps, and we have a very fresh perspective. Listen, I am who I say I am. I am who I say I am. I just heard, if you are what you say you are, a superstar, then have no fear. The camera's here. Okay. Spirit is saying like, you are going to be that queen or whatever it is that you wish to be, or that king or whatever it is you wish to be, right? Spirit is saying to declare your freedom. And I also feel like you've passed a test that a lot of people don't pass. You stop looking outside of yourself and you stop caring about what other people believed. You stop allowing other people's limiting beliefs to be your limiting beliefs. Just because you guys limit yourself, that is not my own limitation. So I'm allowing myself to be as big, as magical, as fairy tale, as whatever that I want, right? That's why I said follow your own good advice. So you are now trusting yourself, and you are now knowing what is best for you. You are now knowing that I'm not going to do what is bad for me with this do not drink poison. So that means that you're not going to be around people that have limiting, scarcity, fear-based mindsets. You're not going to be around people that don't put themselves on a pedestal or don't feel like they can achieve their dreams. You're not going to be around people that don't pour life into you or speak life into you. You're not going to be around people that make you feel like, girl, what? Why are you even doing that? That's immature, or that doesn't make sense. I feel like you're only being around people that pour into you, that make you feel confident about what you're doing, what you want to do with yourself. And I love this. That's why we have lead the way. And then I wonder what will happen next. It says, be a leader, show others how it's done. You can help others. You believing in yourself and trusting yourself and walking with your head held high no matter what is going to show others that like, wow, She really did make that happen. And I want you to know that this path that you're going to be walking now is probably a path that has never been walked before. And so you are going to face some challenges that no one has ever faced before. So you're not going to have a lot of advice, or you're not going to have a lot of people that's going to be able to tell you to keep going, or this is what I did to get through that, because a lot of people have never walked this path, or at least the people that you're around, right? So wherever you are, you're going to be the generational curse breaker. You're going to be the trailblazer. You're going to be the pioneer to show people like, listen, because y'all told me I couldn't walk this path was more the reason why I walk this path. And I also know that nobody has ever walked this path. So I'm doing it to be the one to show people you can do it. And as long as you believe in yourself and you keep showing up for yourself, you're going to get to where you want to go. Right? So that's why Spirit said to lead the way. Be a leader. Show them how it's done. You're going to help others believe in themselves even more. Like, wow, I always knew that I could do that, but everyone around me made me doubt myself. But now that I just seen so-and-so believe in herself, even with everyone around her doubting her, and she still got to where she knew she wanted to be, I'm going to follow my heart and my dreams too. And then we have, I wonder what will happen next. So ready to adventure, precipice of change, and then pause before action. Some of you guys could be in a stalemate or a paused season right now, but Spirit is saying that's because there's a lot of self-reflection and inner work that's happening at this time. Spirit is building up the momentum. Spirit is building up preparation for you to be this new version of yourself. Spirit is saying to get ready. Okay, get ready. Like right now, your faith is being restored. Your self-love is being restored. You're looking at yourself in a different light now. You're actually believing in yourself differently now. So that's why some of you guys could be in a pause period. But Spirit is saying like, this is all for a reason. You're on the precipice of change, and you are about to go on an adventure. I heard little Einsteins, we're going on a trip in our favorite rocket ship. Okay. You're zooming through timelines, little Einstein. You're a little Einstein. You're a genius. So Spirit is saying like, you're literally about to be zooming through timelines. You're about to be quantum leaping very, very rapidly. That's why I said lead the way. And then law is not justice, rules that are not fair. So yeah, you don't have to do things the way. I know for me, when I first started my YouTube channel, if you haven't been here before, I definitely recommend going to my very, very first video and watching how where I started to where I am now, being able to do this. But all I know is that my whole YouTube was to be about me talking about how I'm going to become successful in the complete opposite way that everyone in this world said you had to be successful. I was going to go against the grain. I was going to be the rebel, the law-abiding citizen, but being a rebel, doing things my way to show people that you don't have to do it that way or their way. You can do it your own way, because your own way is the right way. That is abundance energy. That is unlimited possibilities. There's unlimited ways to become successful. There's unlimited ways to do what it is that you want to do, to be where it is that you want to be, right? And you don't have to do it the way someone else did it. So I decided that I was going to start this page to show people that you can still become that successful person by doing it your own way, without having to do it the way that everyone else said, like, oh, you got to do it like this, you got to do it like that. For me, it was always, because I'm an entrepreneur, I'm a solopreneur, and it was always, oh, you sometimes have to work for someone else before you can work for yourself, and this, that, and the third. But I want to show people, no, you don't. No, you don't. You can just work for God and yourself and be that successful entrepreneur. And God has been helping me throughout this journey ever since I started. And I started my YouTube in 2022, but I've been on this journey a little longer than that. But regardless of the fact, I said all of this to say that you don't have to do it the way that everyone else says to do it. You don't have to follow the laws of how they say you should be successful in this world, right? As I said, rules that are not fair. It's not fair that you have to do it that way that they said it. And Spirit is saying law is not justice. Do it your way. Lead the way. And get curious about where it's going to lead you, because baby, I feel like it's going to lead you somewhere that it's going to be, that's going to lead you somewhere really good. And where you think that it's going to lead you, Spirit said you're going to end up somewhere even further, even greater, in an even better position. So this is really, really dope. And I'm excited for you. Keep doing what you're doing, because baby, guess what? It's going to